Hi folks, I'm doing a video now about Group A, which is episode 3, unless I'm not remembering the order that they showed these in right. It's been so long since I've watched quite a few of these episodes. I apologize if I'm getting them in the wrong order. I did go ahead and start my car back because, as I said, I've been having some battery issues with it, and I don't want the battery to run down while my son is donating plasma. I'm going to let it run for a while so that it can charge the battery. Hopefully nothing that has to do with running the car is causing my battery to run down. I do have jumper cables if worse come to worse. But, so, talking about Group A again, which was the same group that was on episode 1, we have left Popcorn, Giraffe, Snowowls, and Sun. On the first episode, the character from this group that went home was, I know this, I should say I had my notes somewhere. I don't know what I did with them. Oh, here they are. So the one from this group that went home last time was Dragon. And now I'm trying to think of who Dragon was again. Oh yes, Dragon was Master P. He was the one that went home from this group on episode 1. So, as I said, the ones that are left are Popcorn, who sings really good, Giraffe, who did much better on episode 3 than on episode 1, Snowowls, who always do good, and Sun, who is really great. So, as I said about episode 1, my thought on Popcorn was that Popcorn was Tina Turner, the legendary singer. Clues that they showed on episode 3, and it occurred to me these might actually be the clues from episode 1. Maybe I had my papers transversed. I don't know. But I do know that there was stuff that referenced 80s on there. And I'm not sure if there was something in the clues about Popcorn being a legend, or if I just wrote down that she's a legend because obviously she is from her iconic voice. They showed a gay pride flag. And apparently I didn't take a whole lot of notes on Popcorn either. But I did do a little bit of research, and I discovered that apparently, which a lot of people don't seem to know for some reason or other, but apparently, according to the internet anyway, the legendary Tina Turner came out as being gay in 1994. If that's wrong, I apologize, but that's what I found on the internet. So I am still going with the legendary Tina Turner for Popcorn. And Giraffe, pretty sure this is from episode 2, but Giraffe, there was stuff about a fox, peaches. He said his world crashed down. He had a scrambled brain. Once again, referenced an accident or incident. There was a domino that had 2 sides, each with 4 numbers, adding up to 8, which made Robin Thicke think of Blink-182, which I had thought something about Travis Barker on the first episode. And Ken Jeong said something about Shia LaBeouf, and I was like, well, that's kind of a good thought on that, but I don't really feel like it is him. And then he said something about being a fighter, so I was like, well, maybe like Mark Wahlberg was in the movie Fighter, so was Christian Bale, but I didn't feel like it was probably either one of them. And whenever I tell you about who got revealed and such, I'll tell you about some ironic things that happened when the judges gave their thoughts on some of the characters. But so the next character that performed was Snowowls. This time, instead of doing one where they quite so much harmonized their voices. They did more of an actual duet where they each got to kind of showcase their voice. And I still feel like he's a better, more solid performer than her. In the clues, there was stuff about nights, and he said that he had a messy breakup. Said they've always had each other's backs. She was there for him during his messy breakup. Referenced Dallas basketball. There was mention of the Mavericks, which of course they are the Dallas Mavericks. She said she had a role that was fit for a queen. She didn't feel like she could do it, but he encouraged her that she could. And then there was also something about a witch show, WITCH show. And they said something about tipping their hats. And I'm not real sure why. If maybe it was the having each other's backs thing. It made me think of Will and Jada Smith. But I keep going back to on episode 1, like the judges said something about them being a family. They're obviously a married couple because they said something about a family reunion. I'm going, well, family reunion to me more says brother and sister. But they also said it's kind of like a family reunion. So I still kind of think that it's probably Joaquin Phoenix and Reese Witherspoon, but I couldn't really find, the closest I came to finding something that had to do with the Dallas and Maverick stuff on that was that I did rewatch Walk the Line, which is the movie that they made together, of course, about Johnny Cash and June Carter Cash. And on that movie, one of the, I don't remember if it was an actor, producer, exactly what the person was, but there was someone whose name was Dallas. And then there's a lot of stuff on the internet about, since Joaquin Phoenix played for the Joker, about him being a maverick for taking on that role. So that was the only thing I could find along that line. But also for people that have each other's backs, and one of them went through, like the guy going through a recent messy breakup and having to do with Dallas and Mavericks, but that would maybe be more on her part because she's from Austin, Texas. But George Clooney is a big Dallas Mavericks fan, even though he doesn't live in Texas. But so my other thought on that is maybe it could be George Clooney and Sandra Bullock, but I feel like they're too good of singers for that to be the case. Sorry, guys. They can probably both sing, but I don't see them singing as well as the Snowowls do. So, hold on just a second. I'm going to put this window up and probably turn my car off. Someone's sitting in the car next to me smoking, which, I mean, I smoke on occasion. Shouldn't, but I do. But, yeah. Anyway, maybe I'll leave my car running and turn my AC on a little bit. Hopefully that won't, I mean, it makes a sound anyway. Hopefully it won't make too much sound on the video so that you can't hear me. So, last but not least, for Group A on episode 3 was Sun. There were references made to Halloween, and she said she's nice, and something about a huge home. And she said something about liking to go into the woods. Actually, Sun might have been the one that says she likes to feel the sand in her toes. And then there was something later on said about clay between her toes. So she said something about into the woods, nature, material. She was like, for all you material girls out there is actually what she said. And then there was reference made to Fleetwood Mac, or perhaps to a song that is by Fleetwood Mac. I don't remember. Maybe one of the judges said something about Fleetwood Mac. I can't really remember, but of course the Fleetwood Mac thing made me think of Stevie Nicks, who is a very, very good singer. And she made reference to a magic 8-ball, conjure, and there were a bunch of candy canes. So Sun, to me, it's like, I don't know, I'm kind of up in that air. I'm still thinking she could very possibly be Christina Aguilera, but I don't know what the majority of those clues would have to do with Christina Aguilera. The Mickey Mouse and Disney ears thingies. Yeah, she was in the Mickey Mouse Club, and she has gone through hard times. Everyone has. But I'm thinking now when I watched this episode, I was like, yeah, it's probably still Christina Aguilera, but reading through these clues, I'm not so sure. I did do a little bit of research. I've thought in the past couple of times that possibly Anne Hathaway had been on episodes, and Anne Hathaway made The Princess Diaries. Pretty sure that's the right one, which was maybe by Disney, so she has done work for Disney. There was a blue ribbon in the clues, and she wore a blue ribbon in her hair, I think, in that show, and also in Ella Enchanted. So she has done which type movies? Oh, she was in I can't think of which ones she was in, but she's done more than one. But yeah, she was in the movie Witches, which just recently came out, which I watched, which is actually why I was looking that up. So that has, you could relate that to Halloween. You could relate that to Into the Woods even, though most of that one was actually in town. But she definitely lived in the woods in Ella Enchanted. But because of the stuff her saying she likes to feel the sand between her toes, and then said something about clay between her toes, some of the judges decided maybe she was Carrie Underwood. And I'm like, how does any of this other stuff make you think of Carrie Underwood? I don't understand that. So I, for right now, for Sun, am going with Anne Hathaway. She does sing. I don't know if she sang, like, there were songs in Ella Enchanted, and I'm not sure if she actually performed those, but I do know that she has done Broadway musicals and such before. Most actors and actresses have. And so now for the character that went home on this episode, and some ironic things that the judges said, but yet didn't guess the character. And guess who the character was? The character that went home was Giraffe. Now, some of the things that some of these judges said, I know Ken Jeong was one of the ones that made references to it. I think Jenny McCarthy and Robin Thicke also did. But they were talking about the fox on the thing, and he said something, which I don't have in my notes here. He said something about transform, or I am a transformer, or something like that, which is what I had Ken Jeong thinking maybe Shia LaBeouf. So that's all ironic, because they were thinking Transformers. He said something about Transform. There's a fox in there. Megan Fox is in Transformers. So it has to be some guy that's from Transformers. And some of them guessed, I can't think of his name right now, but some of them guessed another guy that is in Transformers. And the giraffe actually turned out to be Brian Austin Green, who was married to Megan Fox. And I'm like, so that's what scrambled his brain. That's what made his world crash down. I'm pretty sure that they are divorced now. So that would definitely be a tragedy to him and make things harder for him in his life. And I probably won't have time to record I probably won't have time to record videos about episode 4 and 5 right now. I'm waiting for my son to finish donating. I'm not sure how long I've been here. It's probably been like 45 minutes already. It's hard to tell how many people are here. There's quite a few cars in the parking lot, but people park here to go down on 23rd Street also and do stuff such as get tattoos or piercings or find something to eat. So they may not all necessarily be right here. But anyway, I might make a video or two later at home. I'm only working 4 hours tomorrow. I'm planning to go cast my vote tomorrow, so don't forget to vote. Whichever candidate you think will do the best job of being president during this pandemic, possibly someone that's already been handling it, regardless of the fact that people don't think maybe that person's been handling it real well. Or maybe you want to see how someone brand new will come along and handle it when they've not been working at handling it at all. I don't know. I mean, it's up to you. But Everyone have a good whatever time of day or night it is in your part of the world. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to, and I will definitely make these other 2 videos about episode 4 and episode 5. I'm working Wednesday and Thursday. I think I'm working every day this week actually, except for today, assuming that my battery on my car doesn't go down. And a lot of it, I think, is I do a lot of working at night. I deliver food, and normally I work after dark, but because of the time change, at the time that I have my blocks set for, I don't think that it will be getting dark before then, so I should be able to work. But I will definitely make those videos sometime this week. I will try to get them made before episode 6 comes out. So everyone keep watching The Masked Singer. It's an excellent show, very entertaining during this whole pandemic thing. I know there are a lot of sick people out there. I have a family member who is in the hospital with no longer has COVID, but now has complications that he got from COVID, and he will eventually be being moved into long-term care and hopefully fully recuperating. They say that he should be able to fully recuperate, but it could take anywhere from 2 to 6 months for that to happen. So everyone take care of yourselves, stay safe out there. There is just so much going on right now. Regardless whether you share the same views with your neighbors and those around you or not, still show compassion for them and let them know that you care about them, because everyone needs that right now during this time. And I'll see y'all the next time I make a video, or you'll see me the next time I make a video. Actually, I won't see you guys because I don't have that power.